That's the difference between what the Court of Federal Claims said in Tolliver and what the GAO has said now. The FAR overhaul drafters have sided with the GAO decision. It's possible that this question still may come up in court before the Court of Federal Claims or another jurisdiction, but the FAR overhaul drafters have tried to set this up so that they are covered if this ever gets to court again. That the Court of Federal Claims ruled that the rule of two applies to orders is at that time the rule of two used the word acquisitions, and the Court of Federal Claims read the word acquisitions to apply to both contracts and orders. Now that the term has changed from acquisitions to contracts, that decision seems not to have as much influence or precedent on what the new FAR would say. There still is a possibility, though, that contracts could be read broadly. The Supreme Court had decided a decision, Kingdomware versus United States, back in 2016, that read contracts to include orders. So that may come up in a future decision and litigation. The FAR overhaul is trying to prevent that by saying that order level set-asides are not protestable. They would not be able to be heard by a GAO or by a court. I'm not sure that's going to work by saying that it's not protestable. Courts and bodies like to make those decisions on their own rather than having someone tell them whether or not they can hear a case. But at least the FAR overhaul has made clear in this companion guide that they were trying to address this particular conflict between GAO and the Court of Federal Claims, and they've looked at what they think is the right decision in GAO and said that the rule of two applies only to contracts rather than to acquisitions as a whole.